Welcome back. A question I asked myself for a long time was, am I an artist? How do I know when I'm an artist? What makes an artist? Are you an artist? Tell me. Okay, so I realize I do all this art, but I've never really spoken about myself. So grab yourself a hot drink and let's do story time with Scott. This is the exact reason why I mask so much, because I can just brush over the whole thing and only have to worry about getting the blending correct. Truthfully, this part is always the scariest for me. Absolutely beautiful already. Everything's coming up Millhouse. If you get that reference, that makes me very happy. For my whole life I've drawn. I was always that kid that couldn't put a pencil down. My early years were spent drawing cartoons and anime. I still have a folder with all my drawings that I'd done at that time. So when I was about 9 years old, I drew my most favourite drawing I'd ever done at the time. I was so proud of it, and it was of Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and I still have the drawing now, many years later. You don't know how old I am, so can't tell you. I also remember drawing all 151 Pokemon at the time, but I took my folder to school and someone stole it off me. I was absolutely devastated. I remember this Bulbasaur that I drew. I did the most perfect shading and blending of colours. Oh, I loved it so much. In my teen years, I remember having a careers day at school. That's where a career advisor would come in and help guide you to a profession that interests you. The career advisor was asking everyone one by one out loud what they wanted to do when they finished school. People answering the usual: carpenters, doctors, nurses. And when it came to my turn, I said, I want to be an artist. There was a big pause in the room. And the career counsellor said to me, well, an artist is not a real job, so you can't be that. I was only young, so hearing those words was absolutely devastating. And because at the time they were an adult, I just assumed that they knew, and I didn't. So it wasn't possible. Funny enough, I asked what else I wanted to do. So I said, I want to become a firefighter. And she said to me, well, you aren't tall enough to be a firefighter, so you can't do that either. Kill me now. Talk about it hits my self-esteem. I couldn't believe it. It literally just crushed my dreams. It's funny how a small moment like that can just carry on to your adulthood. And from that point on, in my mind, it wasn't possible to be an artist at all. Not long after that, school finished, and that's when I stopped drawing. For 5 long years, I stopped drawing, influenced by that one moment. Then life happened. Different jobs, different relationships, different heartbreaks. Just wandering around trying to find out who I was. Until one day I was scrolling through Instagram in its infancy. You know, when posting pictures with generic filters was all the rage. I saw this piece of artwork by my now favourite artist, Agnes Cecile. I was so in love with her work. I'd never actually seen watercolor before this, and done with so much expression, and it's just beautiful. And I ended up buying her art book. All this work in this book is so beautiful. Some of my favourite ones would have to be this page here, the darks and the colours. This one here, I actually think she's got a YouTube video of her painting this, and it's just incredible. Like, I can't comprehend how she does it. And probably this one here, just the randomness and the expression of colour and even the brush strokes. It's just so beautiful. I just couldn't comprehend it at the time. It just blows my mind. Even looking at it now, I just love it so much. Probably one of the most amazing art books that I've purchased. So much inspiration, and just nonetheless, that gave me so much motivation and stepped me into the world of watercolor. It was at this point I started to get an itch for creativity again. Like, my imagination just couldn't stop thinking of new ideas. I needed to put pen to paper, but I had a challenge to face. Up until this point, I don't think I'd ever properly attempted to draw a human. It was always anime and cartoons. I honestly didn't think I could draw a human, but I needed to get these ideas out of my head onto paper. So I decided to pick up a pencil and a brush and just give it a try. And that's when I found my way back to art. So, who gets to call themselves an artist? Well, some believe having a formal art-related degree was crucial in becoming an artist, given the effort and time invested. Others thought that running a profitable art business was the key factor in calling themselves an artist. And then there were those who believed that recognition from art galleries or winning awards in the art community was necessary to be considered a true artist. These are all valid metrics that can be used to gauge if you're an artist. Now, I'm not taking anything away from them. They are great goals to have and great things to aspire for. But I believe these alone lack the true nature of what is an artist. You see, many famous artists were either not known or not recognized during their lifetime for their talents. They didn't have a degree, they didn't have successful businesses, and they got rejected from many art establishments in their lifetime. So, are you an artist? I think that the way you answer this question has a direct impact on your ability to grow and fulfill your potential as an artist. It starts by acknowledging yourself and who you really are. Art comes in many shapes and sizes, many different mediums, many styles, and I believe it cannot be narrowed down to a single form of expression. You only want to draw manga? You're an artist. You want to make clay pots? Then you're an artist. Or you want to do oil paintings? Then, my friend, you're an artist. The only limitation is the label you attach to yourself. In my heart, I know I'm an artist, but you need to say it out loud. I did it repetitively, and I started to believe it more and more, and the view of myself changed. My beliefs started to align with who I wanted to become, and then I began to take action. Some people are going to love what you create and see you as an artist, and some people are going to dislike what you create and maybe downplay your work, but you can't let that lead to questioning yourself. Because if you wait around for the world to acknowledge that you're an artist and let the opinions of others shape your thoughts, then you could be waiting a very long time before you can call yourself an artist. What would a YouTube video be without a motivational quote? I particularly like this one. If you're not being defined by a vision of the future, then you're left with the old memories of the past. I'll let you ponder over that. You get to decide who you are and what you want to put out into the world. I believe your art should be an expression and interpretation of your inner self, or maybe your perception of the outer world. As long as you're creating, you're an artist, and you're entitled to claim that for yourself and develop that mindset. So, set your sights forward, believe in who you are and who you will become, because anything is possible if you focus and work at it. I believe in you. So I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about my backstory. I wanted to share more considering I'm like a man of mystery here and no one really knows who I am. Also, I'd love to check out some more art, so feel free to leave your Instagram handle down below and I'll pop over and take a peek. That being said, wherever you are, whatever time it is, I hope you're all having a good day. Until next time, keep creating. Thanks for watching.